Hello there guys, my name is Dwarf and welcome back to another episode of the Space Engineers Spotlights. So, what are we looking at today? Well, I had to put a bit of a warning at the start of this video just to say this ship is massive and awesome and it is a small ship gone large. So, if you want to look at this and want to play around with this, you'll have to have some sort of decent computer to play it. But what this is the Acsano by GEC. Now GEC, we did another spotlight the other day, or the other week, showing off one of his fighter crafts, and it was very, very good, very, very detailed. Now, I wanted to delve into some of the more adventurous builds he's done, because these things are out of this world in terms of scale and detail. So, this craft is primarily an exploration ship sort of thing, maybe a sciencey sort of ship, and what it allows for is 6 people to live within it, and live within it very comfortably, and it can also protect itself from like bandits and pirates and things like that, because it does have quite a good arsenal of weaponry attached to it. So this is the exterior. It's seriously amazing, this exterior. I love the colour scheme he's gone for. I just love these engine bays as well, because what he's actually done is he's put the engines, you know, on the back. He's put them like further in and inset them. Same on this front engine. You can actually look through the grating and see that he's gone with the sectan thrusters within there, and he's hidden them away, which is amazingly good. And it's very I don't know, it's very 21st century some things, and it's very industrial as well, which is nice to see, because I love ships like this. So on the underbelly we've got a few weapons. We've got the 2 guns there, and then we do have the 1 gun down at the front under here, and it's just awesome. I mean, look at this cockpit. It reminds me of Alien, very much so. He's got like antennas that's sticking off the front and just really nifty looking detail on it. And even with the guns, he's like wrapped them up with some extra blocks just to make them look a bit more pretty. And it also has solar panels, so it can maintain some sort of power while it is in long distance flight. So the first thing I asked myself when I looked at this ship was, how the hell do you get into it? Because this ramp had no visible buttons to actually open it with. And then I flew over and got close, and a button popped down, and then I pressed the button and then it opened up. And this is that's like such a really cool feature, because it doesn't actually activate when you walk past it, and it's very, very well done in terms of the way you set the sensors up, and it's really, really nice to have that sort of interaction with the ship. It notices you're there and goes, hey, do you want to go in maybe? So we close up the door, and may I say it is a very, very stable door, thanks to the these hinge conveyor blocks. They're very, very, very good blocks to use. I would say get them on the workshop, they're really awesome. So we're instantly greeted with a cargo room of sorts, and this room is just capable of holding 2 people quite comfortably within the cargo of, you know, so they can sit here and just, you know, they'll probably be the people who maybe take stock of this area, and everything's hooked up, which is nice to see as well. We've got a chair here just so they can maybe sit down and brace in case of turbulence and things like that. And we just got some nice bedding here just tucked away. And then in this room, this is like a storage area for the people, so you can access this block here, which is of course the medium cargo container for oxygen bottles, because this craft doesn't actually have an oxygen, like it doesn't have an oxygen confined area, so it's not like a you know, a pressurized area. It's just open, so you have to have your suits on at all times, which I would say he could have done something with this door, maybe blocked it off with the Airtight Hangar doors, but that's just me. But he may do that in other iterations of this ship or newer ships, which would be really cool to see. So these pads here are actually for locking stuff down, because in the uncopied and pasted version he had got a gun, like a rifle and a drill sitting there, so you can actually store stuff like that as well, so they're on show, so you know what you're picking up, and you know, it's quite fast and easy to pick up as well. And then we got this door. This door is not really what you expect. You think it's the cockpit, but it's not. This is like the power room and the battery room. So in here we've got a bunch of airtight hangar doors, which I believe if I press these buttons something will happen. So here we go. So what we've got here is access to what exactly? What exactly have we got here? Let's have a look at all the buttons. So we can actually turn on all the reactors from here. So we have power over that, which is good. And it's a really, really weird idea. I've never actually seen that done before. Having access to turn the buttons on and off. That's strange. Either way, it's quite a nice feature though, because you can actually turn things on and off and turn off what you want to turn off, which is good. So, got some screens down here, which I'm guessing would display something if I had pressed the button. No, these just turn batteries on and off. So, maybe those screens were to have shown something. If so, they don't work in this, in a downloaded world file. So they've been really buggy lately anyway, so it's an occurring problem. So we come down here and we got some oxygen and whatnot and some little things here, and then we've got a chair. Now this chair is for, I'm unsure what for, in all fairness. It's just got the on and off, the ship on and off switch, and a docking procedure. So the docking procedure is the landing procedure. Ah okay, I know how to turn the ship on now. Holy shit. What the hell? This is amazing. So he's got all these screens lit up here that show what's going on. What about these areas now? What do these do? Do these move at all? Is there any movement at all in there? No, they're just all on now. Okay, so we now have a fully powered ship. And it's even making some really cool noises. So let's move on and progress up now. We've actually figured out how to turn this beast on. So there is a staircase, and if we go up this staircase we see the Acsano logo, and we come up and we've got like this nice hallway section which does have lots of carrying capacity. You've got storage crates here, large ones, and you've even got a med bay just for your crew so they can heal up if they do injure themselves moving stuff and all that other gubbins. Also on this hallway, if you open this door here, you've got a bathroom and you've got a toilet and a handrail there, which is really nice, and we've got a sink and then a shower. The shower isn't the regular shower that comes with the toilet and the bath, but he's kind of made like a really nice open shower, which is really cool to see. He's actually thought outside the box rather than just using that same block. Now in here we have just a bed area with some storage. We have an LCD panel which we can turn on and off, and we can put the static on. Obviously we're not getting a good signal, and then of course we can lie down and just enjoy ourselves. So let's close that door up, and I think we will head down this way. So down here we have the Cryopod. So we've got this pod here which by the looks of it is it connected? Yeah, I was just checking because I was unsure whether this was like an ejectable cryopod, but it's just a cryopod, so you can sleep in this and wait for, if you're injured or if you capture something or someone, you can freeze it while in transport, which is really, really good actually. I've never actually thought of that, and I never knew you could put those in a small ship. So I'm getting, things as I go through this as well, little hints and things. We even got cargo containers, which he does state what they are and how much space they've got by using M masters, which is beautiful. Something keeps activating as I'm walking over it, and I'm unsure what exactly that is. Maybe is it the screens? I don't know. Something was making a noise. Either way. So coming through here, we open this door up, which are like the Star Wars doors, which just look just beautiful as you walk through this. We've got the room of timer blocks, and this room of timer blocks is amazing because he's actually noted down, he's you can give them all functions, and it's just remarkable. Like this here, timer ramp open too. He's got like all of these timers named, and the names show up on the screen, and then these ones are just all spare. So that is freaking brilliant. So he's kind of took like an electrician's approach to it, which is really cool. And then coming through this door, we go into like the general living quarters. We've got a nice kitchen area. We've got like something that looks like a coffee maker and some hobs. We've also got like some cupboards that he's made out of the sloped blocks, and it's just like, what? This is like detail I've never seen before. And then I've seriously got to use this mod to make better tables because that just looks awesome. But he's got a table here, and we've even got that which displays the time and the date for the crew who are sitting down and, you know, sort of chatting amongst each other. And then we've got the final 4 beds, because of course we had 2 beds downstairs and we've got 4 beds up here, which equals 6. So this is the final 4 beds where the crew would sleep. Again, very open. I can jump up here, no worries. And I've also noticed he does have oxygen up here, so maybe it's just in that downstairs section that he doesn't have the oxygen, and maybe, yeah. So I'm thinking maybe this room in here is where, well, he's actually got oxygen air vents up there as well, so I'm unsure how the oxygen is meant to work in this, but maybe we'll find out, you never know. But yeah, so we come back through here, back through this door, and then through here, and what we are greeted with is the first control room. So this is where 4 of the crew would probably sit and just monitor things. You've got all the cameras, spotlights, and just how much, you know, they're drawing, and you've even got the inventory space there, so we're full up on uranium right now. And what other screens have we got? We've got the battery status, cargo status, and then we've got just what things we contain, whether we contain any construction. We contain 100 explosives, which is quite a lot. Yeah. So this is a really nice room just for general control over the ship. You can monitor things, even use the turrets from some of these chairs. He's got them set up to use the turrets. It's really cool. And I really do enjoy like a room like this. Again, we've got oxygen, but I'm unsure how that is meant to work right now because it's not turned on. Moving into this room, which is of course the very lovely looking cockpit. And he's just got all these screens that tell you everything, and you just want to cuddle it. It's amazing. You've got 4 seats in here as well, so I guess you'd probably have 2 guys sitting in the back, 2 guys piloting, and then 2 guys that would be like floaters. So you'd have 2 that would be in here not really doing a lot besides spotting and just talking to the pilots, and then if need be they'd move down to here. So that's a thing. And then of course we're gonna jump in and I'll show off the landing gear. So in this we have a few things we can control. We have the antenna, so we can turn that on and off. We have the ship lights, which we can turn on and off. They're on at the moment, so as you can see we've got these lovely blue lights now, so you can see all of the reactors and all the thrusters powered up, looking gorgeous, and it really does look gorgeous. Holy crap. But yeah, so you've got this very, very lovely looking, it just looks the part. You could see this being in a movie. I'm not even joking. You could. So we go back into the V mode and have a look at what we've got here. We've also got the hall doors, so we can close all of them. We've got the timer for the trigger for the guns. We have the auto cannons and the scatter cannons, docking procedure, and ship on-off sequence. So we'll do the docking procedure first, which was number 2. So we'll go number 2. Do you hear the noise? And then these lovely pads come down, which are big, and they could probably cope with the weight of the ship, which is nice. It's nice to see these. It hasn't just gone with these like puny looking landing gears. And then they come back up again. Let's go scatter cannons. So where are these scatter cannons at? Okay, so we've got scatter cannons at the front, sort of point defense. And we got 4, which is the auto cannons, which are the heavier guns. And then of course we got this barrage of rockets. So if I go F9, it's 5, so if I press 5. So as you saw there, we had a consistent shot for a few seconds, which is really cool. So this is like a heavy weapon. And then if we press it again, we can fire it again in the hope that when we go to refire, when the first gun's loaded back up again, we can click fire and then they'll all load up, in tandem, which is good. So you can do like a really nice bit of fire on the enemy if there are enemies around. And I think this ship could really sort of handle itself. Flying this thing, how in the bejesus are we going to fly this thing? That is the question. So let's go F6. And is this the main cockpit? Let's have a look. This is the main cockpit, so we should be able to fly this. So it may be a little bit laggy, but It does seem to move pretty well. It seems to rock left and right, up and down pretty nicely. And let's see what its speed's like. So flooring it gets up to speed fairly quickly. And slowing down is actually faster than speeding up, which is good. So I think that's all I really can show. I can't show a lot more because of the fact that, you know, just frames and things and it not looking good for you guys. I have apparently blown up my PC and everything that goes with it. So I hope you guys have enjoyed, and if you have, please leave a like, favourite, and of course subscribe for more. Check me out on Twitter, go say hello, and I'll see you guys later. Peace!